Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. Yes, tonight we are looking at IONIARICS. IONIARICS. I think it's IONIARICS. I think that's how you say it, although I'm not 100% sure. Just let me get on my stream so I can see what's going on and see if anybody is here already. Okay, hang on a sec. Yeah, so this is a polyrhythmic arpeggiator. Oh, hey, people watching now. Hello, everybody. It's a polyrhythmic arpeggiator, which will do some very, very cool stuff indeed. So who's here? Dean's here, Marcus is here, Spider's here, Ed's here, and maybe Mark Williamson, developer, will hopefully he may turn up as well. However, if he doesn't, it's no big deal. It's we can explain what's going on. Anyway, so polyrhythms, right? I don't think there's anything else that does this on iOS yet. I can't really think of. Here he is. Yes, I'm here. Don Diego has entered the building, or destruct alike, and boom. Yes, thank you very much. Right, so at the moment, I don't know. I hope you can see this. There's like this little radar thing here, and I don't know if you can see it tracking round. I'm not sure if you can, but there's a little cursor that's tracking round at the. It's set at 90 BPM. Okay. Now we have two sections. You'll see we have an A and we have a B, and we have a percentage for the A and a percentage for the B, and then we have a length, and then we have a rotation. So if I change let me just give me what's into gear here, me crayon, so you can see what's going on a bit better. If I change the 4 underneath this B to a 5, you'll see it change on the actual little radar thing here, like this. Oh, we've got to change 5 now. See? So we can go all the way up and just keep increasing notes on that second B sort of sequence. Now, what this means is that we'll get polyrhythms. So you'll get like maybe 4 beats. So at the moment, there'd be 4 beats going on the first sequence, and then there's 14 beats going on the second sequence. So if I have this set both to the same, like this, just 4 and 4, what you're basically going to get is an ordinary arp high wall. So if I play, you'll see it represented on this keyboard here, and I've got it hooked up to my little key step. So I'm going to play some chords. I've got Pure Synth doing some vocal sounds, going through Eventide Black Hole, and then Xeon doing the future singer thing. So I'll play a chord now, and you'll hear it play an arpeggiator. The length is set at half a bar, so it's actually running like what would normally be, it's 90, so it would give the impression of running twice that speed, and then 1 would be half the speed again. If we go up, it'll get slower. So if I do this, so at the moment, that just sounds basically like an arpeggiator, right? So if we hold an A minor chord, and I drop the length to 1, so it's now behaving just like an ordinary arpeggiator. However, as soon as I increase either the A or B amounts it's triggering, what we're going to get is a polyrhythm. So if we just start with just a 5, you see we're going to get 4 beats, and we're also going to get 5. Now, at the moment, this has been played by both Xeon and Pure Synth, because they're both rooted to, I don't know if you can see, they're both rooted to IONIARICS. Okay, like that, 4. So now we're going to get this weird polyrhythmic effect. What I'll do is set it at 4 now so we can hear it better. So the length of it is 4. Yeah, it is all being kept in time. It just doesn't sound like it is, but we can prove it is, right? So if we just open another let's give ourselves some sort of beat to play with. Let's use the good old standard here. Let's use noir, and let's just set noir doing a kind of just a basic kick drum in 4/4 time. At the moment, it's not even running. It doesn't need to run to play. IONIARICS doesn't need to run to play it because it's an arpeggiator, right? But let's set noir off doing its basic kick drum thing. Let's just find a dead basic kick factory. Oh, well, there you go. Right. So now we've got the 4 on the floor going, and then IONIARICS will be doing the basic bomb 4 on the floor plus the 5 notes in between. So just by, we don't need that running to hear this. So just by playing one note, and we can also shift the rotation. And then we could shift also the length, the amount of steps in sequence A. We can shift the rotation of that. So if we play an arpeggio now, which is going up and down, and we have this West Coast style of self-generative sort of randomness to play with as well. And what we can do at any time as well, we can speed that up, obviously. We could take it down to the length of 1. Or we can go all the way up to like something like 16. And now this is going to start to get very, very ambient. Okay, so that's in play mode. In hold mode, we don't need to worry. Let's take this down to 4 again. We don't need to worry about taking our hands off the keyboard. We can just play a chord and it's going to play itself until we hit play again. But what will also happen in hold mode is if I change the chord, it will just change the chord. So we'll play the A minor again, and then I'll swap to an F. In toggle mode, it allows us to hit a note and then just keep adding notes to that sequence. So let's change the sequence around a bit so it doesn't get too you want to hear something different. So let's be sensible. Let's set this at say 16, and let's set our B at 8 like this. And then this time let's reduce the percentage that the actual notes will play in A by maybe to about 73%, and then we'll leave B on 100%. Okay, so now we're going to get some interesting variations as when sequence A plays, sequence B will just play all the time. And also I shall put it into toggle mode now, which means that I can just continually add notes as we go. So now we've got an F. So what I've just done there is touched that 1 and held it, and that's now remembered my my pattern. It's remembered all the settings that we've had for the sequence sort of thing. So if we now do something else like this, let's play, I don't know, let's play a C chord, and I'll change some of these things around. As soon as it flashes blue, then it's ready. So the rest of these won't do anything now, but if you notice now, if I tap on 1, all my settings will change back to the previous settings, and then if I go to 2, see, there's 1 and then 2. So we can set up 8 of these polyrhythmic preset memories sort of things. Not presets, but these are the preset memories that you can set up per page sort of thing. Yes, right. Awesome. So that's, and velocity and accent are like kind of velocity and accent. We'll do the West Coast thing in another section. So let's change this now. And I'm just going to save that. Save session. Yeah, thank you very much, David. And I shall clear that out now. Right, okay. And we shall open another session that I set up earlier. So there we go. I think this is the other one I set up now. So I've got 2 now. I've got 2 set up, and I've got 2 of these set up. So I just need to set that to my key step. No, sorry, I don't want to. That's set to go to 1. These are what I want the key step to play. So key step, good O, and key step, good O. And so we've got now. Right now, let's turn the volume down a little bit on the. Let's have a look what we've got going on. So on both of them, like this, you'll see the various settings I have set are on the first sequence, which is playing one of the BS16s. We've got an 8 and 100% on both the chances of playing. And then we have a 5, and then we have an 8 on this one and a 4 on this one. And then we can swap out the we can change the length there on this. We can set the arpeggiators different. So I'll have the arpeggiator on IONIARICS A going down, and then we can have the arpeggiator on the second one going up. And both of them are just in play mode. So let's swap them both to hold mode. Right. It's probably because it's brand new. MUGM2. You might want to search for page 4 or search for Autony, AUTONY, and then look at his other apps, and it's there. So it's probably because it's only come out today, I think. no. Setting, what the things to remember is setting both the A sequence and the B sequence to the same amount of steps is going to behave much more like a normal arpeggiator. That's all right. That's because I still have this one hooked up to. So this one I want to stop in it. Which one is that? So the rise and fall times will vary depending on how you have this amount set. So this is like a the developers, it's like a West Coast style random. It's kind of a randomizer. It's kind of similar to doing random. If I play a, if I do a toggle and switch on lots of notes. So that's random. That's the order I play them in. Up and down. So let's start to play with the amount. And let's change the oh, Pageful is here. Hello, Pageful. Now let's change the probability of sequence B playing and sequence A, and change the rotation. So what's nice is that you can actually, it's kind of nice because you have in this like radar thing, you have a visual representation of how many notes are playing what and where the actual position of the sequence is in your actual bar, if you like. Yeah, yeah. Very cool beans. Let's set up a fresh one, shall we? Let's set up another one. Let's do something very cool. Okay, so we shall start with a MIDI slot, and we shall just go and IONIARICS here. Then open up let's see, audio unit extension. Let's do well, let's do ISM because I like, as a sound, I like in ISM. I'll just hook this up first and find a sound I want. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. It's my favourite lead sound. My favourite lead sounds of all time. Where are we? Loads. I want reed. Woodwind. So I'm going to send ISM to IONIARICS here, and I'm going to diss this from the key step, and I'm going to control IONIARICS with the key step. And now Awesome. See, I get lost with stuff like that. Yeah, so there you go. Excuse me just a moment. God. Right, okay, so I'm back. Right, so yeah, like Mark's other two apps, which is Ortony and Cality, this does some very cool things. And like I said, I don't know if you noticed at the beginning, but you can save your various settings. I'll show you that again now. So let's set this quite wild. Let's set this like, let's see. Let me get rid of these two so you can. I'm just making sure I'm playing the right one, am I? Hang on a sec. That's the what's it one, so it's this one. So going through the basics just one more time here. Because it's a polyrhythmic arpeggiator, which basically means that you're playing like, if this is set on 4, the length here, no, sorry, the amount of this is the amount of notes basically that will trigger in that bar, or however you have the length set to. So if we have 4 here, and we also set this one to 4, then basically it's gonna I just need to speed the this up again, so it sounds like a basically it will function like a normal arpeggiator. We need to just change these back so we're not getting any kind of, these will give you this like West Coast variation type thing. Hold will hold the chord you play and then also change to the next chord you play. So for instance, and it will only stop when you hit play. Or like I said, like for hold, for instance, another example of hold is play 3 notes and then just play 1, and then it will stop. Toggle will let you stack notes, so we could start with this C here and play an F, B flat, another C, F, another B flat, another C, and it'll just remember until again you press play. And then again, this up, down, order, and random is your basic kind of arpeggiator controls kind of thing, you know. Now this here, like I said, this will let you remember certain settings on this page. So if we just, we've got everything set kind of the same. So if we hold that now until it flashes blue like that, you see, then we can make some more adjustments. So let's turn this up to 16. It's basically like that. And we can turn, if we turn this up to 16 as well, we're not going to hear any difference, are we? So that's on 15, you will hear a difference. If it's on 16. And then if we start to alter this to odd numbers, and then the length is your kind of speed it's playing. And then, so we could, if we hold another one of these numbers now, if we hold number 2, and it will flash blue like that, this, what we've just set up, will be for what we've just set up there. And if we go back to 1, you'll see all this change again, like that. So you can skip between the two. And you can save up to date of those in a you know, on a page sort of thing. So it's very, very cool bananas, top job. But I am a big fan of Mark's apps. If anyone knows and watches my live streams, he knows I use Autony an awful lot. So yeah, awesome. Polyrhythmic Arpeggiator from page 4. Top job, cool beans. Yes, yes. Before we go, yes, I mean, it's going to be slightly shorter because it's quicker to show you the app. With some of my sunrise pads playing. You see, it's lovely, isn't it? It's lovely. Spider's already got it and he's already using it. He's the man. Right, hang on a sec. So, what is happening? Oh, yes, yes. So tomorrow night, please join me and Joe, where we're going to play some of our music. So we did some of Spider's music last night, and very popular it was too. And then somebody asked us a couple of weeks ago when we were playing some stuff to play us some of the music that me and Joe had done that didn't end up on the album we put out. And there's tons and tons of it. So, yeah, so that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So join us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for an evening with Doug and Joe and some music. Some of our songs from way back when. Yeah, I mean, these are pretty old now. I think the last one was finished maybe 2012. So, yeah, they're pretty old. But still sound good. Well, we think they still sound good. Anyway, there's some interesting things to listen to there. On Thursday, it's at 9 o'clock. It's another album from me and Colin, so we can listen to some stuff. In the meantime, there's plenty to be doing. I now have the apps from the other 2 apps now. Eventide kindly sent me the micro. Is it micro pitch? We can have a look, can't we? If we have a look in the what's it here. Let's go down to, I don't even know where it be. Do you know what? I'm so naff. Where would it be? Eventide. I'm sure I'll come across it in a sec. There we go. Oh yeah, micro pitch and ultra tap. God, I'm spitting all over the screen. It's the heat. I'm too hot. I've had the window open tonight. So if you've heard any seagulls and stuff like that, oh, you wouldn't believe what happened today in Devon. A seagull swooped down and took a chihuahua. No, seriously, they're just horrid birds. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so we've got me and Colin on Thursday doing, I don't know, one of the other albums. People seem to enjoy listening to the music as well. So we'll be doing micro pitch also, and we'll be doing ultra tap. I do have some other stuff as well that will be getting done. New stuff also. Some of it's just waiting for a bit of a fix, and then some of it's just not quite out yet. But yeah, so listen anyway, and then don't forget me and Joe tomorrow will be playing you some of our stuff that nobody's heard because it's not out anywhere. So yeah. Now listen, here we go. Let's recap, shall we? IONIARICS Polyrhythmic Arpeggiator, available on the App Store now if you can find it in the crazy App Store. But I shall put a link in, if not this evening, I shall put one in first thing tomorrow. Thanks, Mark, for turning up. Hey, Slim, how you doing? And also Ed and everybody in Spider, Tony, everyone, Christian, and everyone who turned up again. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. You know, you turning up to it. They really are us. They really are. They are big, and they nick stuff like chihuahuas. Right. Okay. So. Right, got to Scott. Right, okay. Listen, Mark, brilliant. Thank you very much. Love the yeah. It's pretty cool. That was pure synth, but it's really nice. It's really got some really nice sounds in it. So anyway, we shall all get off now and go enjoy the rest of our evening. And yeah, thanks for watching. Brilliant, awesome, top job, cool beans. I will see you later. Hopefully you can join us for tomorrow night with me and Joe, where we'll be just chilling with our beans and listening to some of the old music that we used to put out. Ethnicist. That's why my tattoo says ethnicity. Radio. Oh, hi, Dean. Hope you can turn up as well. I hope Dave Lee and Ellie's all right. I haven't seen him around for ages. And he wanted to listen to. Well, I'll have to shoot him an email or something. Right, listen, guys. I am going to go. Thank you very, very much again. And I will see you all later. Ta-ra.